Tonight on DC News Now at 9 o'clock, a loaded gun and drugs found on a man passed out after he tried to break into a woman's home. What police are saying about that discovery.
Well, it was so loud, it just seemed very, very close.
Lightning hits a home? It's a question authorities are investigating in Maryland after yesterday's severe storm swept through the region. And a photo finish for a DMV Olympian, Noah Lyles, winning gold in the highly anticipated men's 100-meter dash. And you won't believe how close the competition was at the finish line.
This weekend, we took a little step back from the heat, but it's coming right back on Monday. Triple-digit heat, I might add. We'll talk about it and show it to you coming up.
And late summer travel savings. Still haven't made any vacation plans? We're stretching your dollar on some of the best tips before taking to the skies.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Monday evening, thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. New tonight in the district, police are investigating after they say a teen boy was shot in Southeast overnight. Officers responded to Bellevue Street just before 1:45 this morning. Police say they found the boy who had been shot on scene. He didn't leave. He was conscious and breathing. That investigation is ongoing. And in Maryland, Greenbelt police say that they have arrested a man who was found with a loaded gun and drugs after he allegedly tried to break into a woman's home. Police responded to Mandan Road around 4 a.m. It's there they found a man passed out in front of that woman's home. Officials say he had an open bag containing drugs and that loaded gun. The gun's serial number had been scratched off, and the man is now facing multiple charges, including possession of a firearm and possession with intent to distribute. In an update tonight, police say that they're looking for this man in connection to the Montgomery County shooting that caused Montgomery College to go into lockdown on Friday. The suspect, Isaiah Warren Simpson of D.C., allegedly shot a man outside of his home near the campus of the school in Rockville. Simpson is facing several charges, including attempted second-degree murder. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. And another update tonight in the quadruple shooting on M Street in Northeast D.C. yesterday morning. It left 2 men dead. Police are now upping the reward to $50,000 for any information leading to a conviction. Officials responded to M Street where they found 4 people shot. 33-year-old Antonio Williams and 18-year-old Terrell Osborne Jr. later died. Another man and woman were also hurt. And they're on the lookout for this car in that shooting. It's a white Honda Accord. They believe it's in connection. If you recognize the car or have any information, you're asked to call police. All right, check out these images in Montgomery County. A massive fire where officials responded to a trash and recycling center in Durwood tonight. Smoke could be seen for miles. Officials were sent to the station on Frederick Road around 7:30. The fire broke out, we're told, in a large scrap metal pile outside of the building. The fire has since been put out. And thunderstorms caused widespread power outages and damage just 24 hours ago. Northern Virginia and parts of Maryland may have seen some of the worst of it. And a house in Bethesda might have been struck by lightning. Firefighters responded to the home at the corner of Ventnor Road in Redford around 7 o'clock. They found a fire on the roof, quickly put it out. But neighbors said they heard a loud clap of thunder before it all started. Investigators told us it's still too early to say if that's specifically what caused the fire. Bob Porcelli lives nearby. He heard the thunder. He is pretty convinced he knows the cause.
I'm not surprised. We have a lot of thunderstorms around here. I've lived here for 40 years, and we get these storms that come through, but I don't recall anybody getting hit before. Investigators
thankfully reported no injuries. 2 adults inside the home had to find somewhere else to stay. But again, investigators said they cannot confirm at this hour if lightning was to blame. All right, talking about hot and humid temps. Yeah, we had a little bit of relief this week, Scott, but coming by tomorrow.
Yeah, we took a step back temperature-wise this weekend, Ben. We're going right back up the ladder there for tomorrow. Overnight tonight will be warm and mild and muggy to a degree, as we'll have overnight lows in the lower 70s here in the district and a lot of 70s across much of the viewing area. You have to go well out towards the mountains, the Blue Ridge Range, as well as the Allegheny Front region to actually get temperatures that may be into the 60s or middle and upper 60s. How about this? We've got one lone shower here in Madison County moving towards western Orange County, our most southern counties here in the viewing area. And as far as the futurecast is, future radar is showing, that will move through orange here over the next hour or so. A baby shower, as I like to call them. All right, so we have really quiet weather outside of that tonight. Front sags a little further south and east and weakens even more so than it is currently. Then we do have a hot and mainly dry start to the week on Monday in particular, and Tuesday as well. It's not cool on Tuesday either, but not as hot as Monday. And then we have a backdoor front Wednesday, and then watching Debbie late week. A lot going on this week here in our weather department. We'll talk about it with the 7-day forecast. Ben, back to you.
Scott, we'll see you in a bit. 2 U.S. Park police officers who have been in limbo since they shot and killed a Virginia man in 2017, they're now suing the Department of the Interior. The federal agency tried to fire them, but a federal judge cleared the two of any wrongdoing. Yet for years, the officers have been on paid leave. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg with more on what the officers are looking for.
The Interior Department made a move in 2021 to fire those 2 officers, but ever since that decision has been pending, leaving the officers in limbo. Now they're suing for an unreasonable delay.
There's not a breath that I take without thinking of my son.
In November 2017, Bijan Gaisar left the scene of an accident where he was rear-ended. After being stopped twice by police with guns drawn on the GW Parkway, he drove off. But the third time he was stopped, officers Lucas Vineyard and Alejandro Amaya fired 10 shots at him as he tried driving away. No criminal charges were brought after an FBI investigation and a federal judge dismissing a case from Virginia, something that still upsets Bijan's father, James.
It is appalling and shameful.
Gaisar's family did, however, reach a $5 million settlement last year. In this month's court filing, the officers' attorneys say the delay in a decision to fire them has damaged the officers' careers and caused them to suffer a loss of pay, promotion opportunities, and career advancement.
If they think they should be paid more while they did nothing, they should have resigned and go look for another job. As they said, they fire them, fire them. I mean, that was the whole idea to begin with.
The officers are demanding a written decision and specific reasons for being fired, and say the Interior Department also didn't conduct any internal investigation in violation of park police policy and the collective bargaining agreement. James wants all this to be over with.
I haven't been able to sleep, and just the thought of it. And of course, the wound for us still is fresh.
Vineyard and his attorney declined to comment. Amaya's attorney said he was unavailable for an interview today, and the U.S. Department of Interior also declining to comment. In Northwest, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Daniel. Staying at the district, advocates are fighting against gun violence. One organization holding a community day this weekend and at Conti AME Zion Church. Organizers unveiled a Stop the Violence Healing Garden. They celebrated positive efforts to help young people succeed. Also a call to action, saying that everybody needs to take part in keeping kids out of harm's way and on the right path.
We began our Leadership Academy here. We began sowing seeds into these young people to teach them that all that they have to succeed is already within them.
Now, organizers say that they are not stopping with this community day either. They're planning to run a summer youth employment program. They say it will teach kids important business and leadership skills. Well, it's been just under a week since Amtrak's takeover of Union Station, a big move, and it took years of court battles over the space. So what does it mean for commuters and shoppers? DC News Now's Randy Bass shows us all the changes we're going to see.
Amtrak now has control over just about everything here, from the tracks and platforms to the shops and this great big main hall here. Amtrak says it wants to turn Union Station into a top-tier transit destination.
Crowded terminals and empty storefronts. Amtrak says those may be first to go as new changes get underway at Union Station, with potential for more places for passengers to relax before catching their trains. Leaders are looking at ways to make better use of the space here.
Things seem to be a lot more closed off. Like there's a lot more walls keeping everything separate, so it's harder to navigate. Also, there's a lot of crowding on the trains.
Another big change, Amtrak now taking over retail operations and what could come here next. One frequent luncher we talked to said he's happy with how things are.
I think this place has everything I need already. It's already diverse in my opinion.
But there's one thing he would change. Grant Pareja says he's had several people come up to him here trying to solicit cash.
Safety, that is the one thing I would improve, but I myself and pretty sure the rest of the public doesn't want to be put in an uncomfortable and unsafe situation. So I would recommend just having more security in general.
Amtrak says that's another one of its top priorities. People can start to expect to see more security and policing here at Union Station pretty soon. Another thing that's at the top of their list, more customer service representatives and new signage to help people find their way around. At Union Station, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
A photo finish in France. Alexandria, Virginia native Noah Lyles bringing home the gold in the Olympic 100 meters by, get this, 0.005 seconds today. This was the closest 100 meters since Moscow in 1980, and Lyles is the first American to win the 100-meter race since Justin Gatlin 20 years ago. Lyles now looks ahead to the 200-meter, where he will try to join Usain Bolt as the latest runner to win both races at the Olympics.